Hello and welcome to 3 Minute Game Pass. I'm Nathan, and once again, here I am with another Elden Ring video to appease the algorithm on my Game Pass review channel. What? I have no shame. Today we're going to have you recreate the Hobbit by going off into a hell world and killing Smaug for fun and profit. This is not a joke, this is what is actually going to happen. And the profit is 50,000 souls or more, so I think you'll be okay with it. Also, FYI, I fully expect this to be patched out once they catch wind of it, so if it doesn't work anymore, I will add that to the description. However, before we can go on our unexpected journey, we are going to need some prep. We will need two very important things, a weapon with bleeding and some KFC. It's worth pointing out, if you are a samurai, you can easily do this from the beginning of the game. Let's grab the stuff we need and head out into the waste to get 50,000 souls at the start of Elden Ring. Okay, so part one is we are going to need a bleeding weapon, and the easiest one to get by is to, again, just be a samurai, like in real life. Also in the game, I suppose. The samurai comes with the Uchigatana, which is not only the best starter weapon in my opinion, but it also has a dope weapon ash and most importantly, bleeding on attack. However, if you weren't lucky enough to be born with superior Nippon steel in your hand, you thankfully can become a one true weeb by visiting the game's mall ninja store, Death Touch Catacombs. Death Touch is up here on the map. As you can see, it's just a little bit north. It's fairly easy to find. It is also full of skeletons that don't stay dead, so we're just going to ignore them. From the point of grace, you're going to run in and head left, jump under the sledge, and then keep turning left like a NASCAR driver. At the very end, on a body of an inferior weeb, you will find an Uchigatana for your own pleasure. Now, some downsides is that you have to have 11 strength and 15 dex to use it, which kind of ruins this if you are a spellcaster. There are, however, other bleed weapons, such as the knife those little gremlin bastards in the catacombs drop, amongst other things, as well as the knife from the invasion in the canyon, although that also has some strict requirements. It's actually not required, I just really suggest it, because if you do it without a bleeding weapon, it's going to take a lot longer. You will see when we get there. Okay, so we have our Nippon steel, and now we need a snack along the way. Let's go get some KFC. Even in The Hobbit, they started by eating a bunch of food and trashing Bilbo's house, so it seems appropriate. What we're going to order from the KFC menu is called the Gold-Pickled Fowl Foot. This item temporarily increases the amount of runes you get from all sources, which will make our 50k runes to around 70k, which is absolutely worth it. Thankfully, they just opened the brand new KFC on the southern beach, which is right by the starting area. Just ride on over under this cliff, and it'll be on this body. Now, my samurai already went through this drive-thru and they won't let him go through again, so it's not visible on mine, but it will be there for you. Just make sure you have one on hand because seriously, it's like 20,000 morsels. You need one of these. All right, so we got our KFC and we got our Nippon steel. We are ready to go to any anime convention in the area, so let's head on out and slay Smaug the way Tolkien intended. Right, this bit's gonna be a little scary, so if you are the kind of person who gets scared by dragons, why are you watching this? We have to journey east into Florida, aka the Hell Swamp of Elden Ring, in order to find our dragon. I will show locations on the map once I get there, but for now, you basically just keep heading east, touching every grace you see. Once you get to this particular grace, it gets a little bit tricky as you head east because there's a ginormous canyon. You could see me almost fall off of it like a noob more than once. There is thankfully a little gap here you can go over, and then there is a bonfire slash point of grace. This is a very important one to get as the next area is tough. Now we're gonna head south into Dragon Town, where there's thankfully a map right here, but unthankfully there's a freaking buttload of dragons down here, which the first time I saw this, it scared the literal bejesus out of me. Now if you check your map, you can see down the road there is a building. This is our goal, so you're gonna need to avoid dragons as best you can on the way there, and all along the way you will see our target, a big white gray dragon, Smaug. Now, Smaug has had one too many Xanax and is comatose, which makes him the perfect target for our Nippon steel and KFC. Shimmy on past, zonked out Smaug, and hit the bonfire. Now, like a true warrior, we're going to slay a sleeping beast who can't fight back. Who said honor was dead? Now, this dragon has one key weak point, its enormous tail. The hitbox on this seems borderline random, but it tends to work if you are directly facing the tail and have a weapon with a longer reach. Now, additionally, I didn't do this, but you can also jump attack him in other parts of his body, but that's going to take even longer than this is already going to take, so I don't suggest it. As you can see, we are basically Hobbit strength versus Smaug, just like in The Hobbit, where you are basically doing no damage. However, if you keep hitting, the bleed will eventually proc and you'll do a large hit. This is why I suggest bleeding. If you don't have it, you can still kill Smaug. It's going to take a long time. You're going to need to, like, get more snacks than just KFC. Like, get a snack in real life, because it's gonna take a while. Keep poking at the tail like a noob, trying to get the Drake Sword in Dark Souls 1 until it gets low enough for the next bleeding proc to kill it. Now it is time to take a KFC break, so eat your golden pickled fowl foot before continuing on the grind. After a long while, the dragon will be so annoyed by the itch you've been applying to this tail, it'll choose to ascend to the Beyond Realm, also known as Death, and you will get your whopping 10 tens of thousands of souls. You will also get a dragon heart, which is pretty baller too for getting fire spells early in the game. Now, just as a disclaimer, I have no clue if killing this dragon has any plot ramifications. It's really weird that it doesn't move or fight back and also does not respawn, so this is a one-shot thing. However, as you can see, I've pumped up my levels. I've gone from being a weeaboo to an actual otaku, and all I had to do was get drive through and slay a dragon just like in real life. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. As I mentioned, this is not actually a dedicated Elden Ring channel. This is a Game Pass review channel, but I am playing so much Elden Ring that I wanted to share some tips. There will definitely be at least a couple more Elden Ring videos over the next week or so while I'm still finding interesting things to share. So if you're interested in that content, please feel free to sub and then probably unsub after that. It's all cool. No judgment here. If you do like Game Pass, I make a ton of content around that, and so you should probably sub for that or not, you know, free country and all that. Either way, I'm just glad that you watched this video, and I hope this helped you get to a strong start in Elden Ring with the 50,000 plus souls. And now that you are overpowered, go out there and enjoy the rest of this fantastic game.